Hello and welcome to another video with me, Winner Android, with another video of Weekly Andrew, in which, once again, this week I don't actually have a lot to actually talk about, to be honest. Yeah. Kind of stops kind of spoiling the anime, I guess, in these videos, considering, yeah. It's very clear how much shorter these videos are being now, due to the fact that I'm kind of not spoiling things. Just kind of stopped caring, I guess, that much. But yeah, guess starting off when it comes to anime is Akebi-chan, which I probably would have said something about this last week, but I didn't really care enough to actually do that. Decided to just wait another week before talking about it. So yeah, the anime so far is kind of just weird, but enjoyable at the same time. From what I can tell, the author of the story has a bit of a foot fetish, considering, yeah, 2 episodes in a row and we've had parts that literally focuses on feet. Yeah. And also, in general, I'm pretty sure the things are kind of fetishized in Akebi-chan. So there's that, I guess. But otherwise, it's very wholesome and enjoyable, I guess. Despite the weirdness. But don't exactly have anything else to say there, I guess. So moving on to the Genius Prince anime, or whatever you want to call it, in which you don't insult the waifu, because otherwise Wayne is going to kill you, as demonstrated in this episode. Also, the one other thing in this episode that is kind of important, I guess, is the fact that Wayne apparently graduated top grades in the academy, the Empire's Academy, I guess, which caused them to redact his name and censor everything, as show that a foreign royal beat absolutely everyone from their country. And doing that just to keep their pride and has, of course, led to Wayne getting even more information, basically. And becoming a bit of a monster because of how smart he is, I guess. Despite things that he does being quite obvious when it comes to tactics, I guess. And it's just that everyone else is kind of just stupid. So, yeah. Overall, it would seem that the Wayne is basically just going to be feeling his way to success. Pretty much, considering he doesn't want to do all this. He doesn't want to make things better and everything because he doesn't care. He wants to get away from the whole royalty thing. But he keeps just doing better and better and better with everything, despite not trying to. So, yeah. Definitely going to be enjoying it, I think, so far. But I guess I'm going to move on to Gendeshi, which is a shortened name for the anime, I guess. So this episode was better than the first one. I can easily say that. And I personally, honestly, don't really care about the absolutely horrendous CGI in the anime. Personally, I don't really care about that, but the one thing that I will definitely say that kind of matters that they're doing a horrible job on is just explaining things in general. Seriously, they're doing a very bad job at actually explaining things, considering it's like exactly what is actually going on. Because I honestly don't really know. So, yeah. For me, at the very least, it's actually enjoyable, despite how horrible it is. So, yeah. And that's honestly kind of all the anime I actually really have to talk about this week. So, yeah. Anything else I'm going to say is going to be after talking about Devious World, I guess, considering that's the one thing I've actually kind of played so far this week, I guess. Yeah. So finally started actually going through Samantha's content, in which I got all of the stuff in Worldlands done. In which the only things that are really worth noting in that, I think, for me at the very least, is in survival lands, there's like a Hell's Rising parody or something, apparently. It doesn't have that much content, but it is there. And then there's also a Jurassic Park kind of thing, in which two things to really mention here, I think. In which, in this, apparently the raptors have been made smarter. So, scientists here have basically decided to take one of the smartest predators in history and make it even smarter. What a great idea. Nothing possibly bad could happen, right? Yeah. So the only other thing that's there really I want to mention is that in one of the routes you come across a raptor that's playing Galaga. In which sadly that's basically where that route ends. Doesn't actually have any further content at that point. But I honestly actually really want to see more there purely because that raptor is playing Galaga. It's like I want to see how that could possibly actually be put into the story. Considering details like that kind of tend to have some kind of importance for at least one choice. So I honestly kind of want to see how that would actually play out. It's like, can I join this raptor and play Galaga with it or something? Because I honestly kind of would like to see that personally. Sure, it's supposed to be an adult game and everything, but screw that. I want to play Galaga with this raptor. But moving on from that, the only other thing with the survival land section really is Pokemon, in which there's really no content there at all, considering you've got the first choice between type of Pokemon you want. So basically, kind of furry and then just straight up normal Pokemon, basically. In which the only one that you can actually do is normal Pokemon, in which there's one starter available to you, which is Meowth. To be exact, Team Rocket's Meowth, who has apparently ditched Jesse and James. Yeah. To be honest, it was enjoyable with what's available there, I think. I guess. But besides that, that's basically Survival Land done. And the only other thing in Worlds Land at that point is the Wander Around option, which, to be honest, there's not a lot of contents there, but none of it's also really anything that I like, to be honest. So yeah, that's basically everything in Devious World I've done so far this week. But at the very least, I have actually started working on going through content again after taking like an 11-month long break from it. So yeah, maybe I think I should be able to finish Samantha's contents next week, considering I've kind of tried to skim through what's left, and I think I could possibly get it all done in the next week. So do that, and then I'm moving on to the young adult section for the girl characters. So yeah, we're working through all of them, but that's everything I actually kind of have on my notepad here that I want to talk about. So yeah, Lessons in Love has basically started development again after having to deal with Patreon's crap. So yeah, finally actually looked over at Subscribestar for the game, considering Patreon is basically a completely different game at this point, with so much of the game being removed because Patreon didn't like it. So yeah, Patreon is the Legend of the Huggy Boy now and nothing else when it comes to that game. Well, you have to go to Subscribestar for actual Lessons in Love, in which the developer has a slightly different name over on Subscribestar for some reason. Possibly due to name being used already, I'm not sure. But yeah, Syllabus has gotten back to work on Lessons in Love, in which hopefully we'll actually be seeing an update for it soon, considering it's been over a month at this point. actually a month and a half now, going on 2 months since the last update for the game, purely because of Patreon. So yeah, when it comes to adult games, go support the developers on Subscribestar because Patreon is not friendly at all. So yeah, any adult game creators you want to support, do it on Subscribestar if they haven't. Don't do it on Patreon. But yeah, don't really have many games, I think, other games to talk about, except maybe Opie Odyssey, which I was thinking was going to get an update this week, but nope, that's kind of been pushed back further, I guess, because the developer for it is kind of started to reworking the beginning of the game to bring the quality of that up. So yeah, guess I got that kind of to look forward to. And I guess the update's gonna be closer to the end of this month now, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. So, now I guess is going to be the end of the video, considering I honestly can't actually think of anything to talk about. So, yeah, I guess this is the end of the video, so I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye!